So I work with companies who are keen to become really successful, whether that's in terms of profits or customer service or looking after their staff really well. My credo is that successful companies employ successful individuals. So you get the individuals right, then the companies really start to flourish. One of the companies I've been working recently with is Cottrills, and they're the UK's leading supplier of long-term service awards and retirement gifts. They're already really successful, as they have 550 blue-chip companies on their books.
Olivia, nice to see you
Hi,
again.
Dennis.
Come,
Hi.
just sign in the book for me.
Okay.
So how was your journey?
Journey was absolutely fine. Cottrills called me in because, like many organisations, that they were a victim of their own success. They'd started out as a fairly small company, and as they'd grown, people had started working in silos, which meant that the communication wasn't as good as it had been. And one of the things they wanted me to achieve was to improve the communication, which would not only help internally, but would also help with the customer service.
This is a converted cinema.
Wow, it's fantastic.
When we took over the building, it was actually a bingo hall, but we decided to try and keep the feel of it.
It's just wonderful. It's a great place to work.
The company started in 1991 and it started with 3 people with first year's turnover of 300,000. It's a very, very successful company and grew rapidly with the same staff. So many of the people who were there on day one were there 10 years later. But as the company grew to £7 million turnover, there's need to bring in new techniques and systems and attitudes, I think.
Because we work in different groups, we don't all get together on a personal basis, really. The only time you might speak to somebody is perhaps in the kitchen or, you know, in the canteen at lunchtime.
The Be Your Own Guru programme really runs for about 10 people at a time, and it breaks down into 3 elements. And the first element is the one-to-one session, which is key to making the whole thing work. And each delegate has a confidential session with me, which they can look at the emotional baggage that maybe they've been dragging around with them in life from the past, or they can start looking into the future and what goals they want to create for themselves.
We sat down and just talked about goals, about what we wanted to do for the future, where we were at, did we enjoy what we did in our job, what we did in our personal lives. As Olivia started to sort of say to me, what is your actual goal? Why did you make this move? What are you doing here? What was the reasons behind it? All of those reasons started to come back to the forefront of my mind, and I thought to myself, that is why I'm doing it. I'm doing this because I want to achieve this in my life. I want a new home. I want this. I want the other.
The second part of the course is the training programme itself, and it focuses on 2 elements, self-mastery and communication with other people. Once we understand ourselves and what makes us tick, we've then got every chance of being able to understand other people. And all these people have heard about Dave Brody and how fantastic he is at motivating people, okay? And they've come to see you on this huge, huge stage, and you're standing at the front and you're going to be talking to people right at the back there. So it's very interactive. And also, what could be more exciting than learning about yourself? So we're looking into all different areas like the subconscious mind, why we do what we do, what makes us tick, what makes other people do the things that they do. There's a bit of body language. There's all sorts of things so that we understand ourselves and other people better, so that we understand the key factor of a relationship intelligence and also how to make things work from a win-win perspective. Because when you know how to do that, then you can become phenomenally successful.
Since the course, I've been able to refocus myself back on what those goals were, and I've achieved 3 of them already in the last couple of months since the course, which is great.
The third element of the Be Your Own Guru programme is the follow-up coaching. In a way, this is like the maintenance programme.
I've always been forward-thinking, but it's made me more positive. We can't get rid of what's happened to us in the past or bad experiences, but if we learn to accept what's happened, then we can move on from there and life opens up.
There are a number of key benefits to the Be Your Own Guru programme. And the first that I guess most organisations find important is an increase in profits.
At the end of the course, we all spoke about each other and how we felt they contributed to the company.
Definitely a sense of pride now, more so. I think we've always had it a little bit, but more so now.
Other organisations are keen on improving communication amongst employees because that means that the amount of conflict reduces.
We all made a pact, the people that were on at my particular course, that we would make sure that we spent more time talking to each other.
And as people become more excited about what they're doing and have their own personal reason why, then the desire to go to work to make things happen really starts to kick in, and the absenteeism just completely drops.
And if you can enhance your job satisfaction, you really will be a great employee and the company will do well. And that's basically what Olivia preaches, and that's why I believe in it.
So if you'd like to know more about the Be Your Own Guru programme, then contact me, Olivia, at beyourownguru.com.